Hello there, everyone. This is the Star Wars Rebel Aftershow. I'm your host, Roger, and with me, none other than is the creator of S-Man himself and writer, Homer.
What's going on? Ready to talk some Star Wars?
We are reviewing Season 2, Episode 13, The Call. And judging from the name, we don't know who's calling and who's answering, but it has all become apparent in the first 2 minutes of this film when you have Ezra basically hearing a call that sounds awfully like a whale, and if you thought it sounded, if you thought it did sound like a whale, it pretty much was, because it was a squid whales that apparently the crew, like, all right, to explain everything,
the Purgill or whatever.
Yeah, the rest of the Phoenix Squadron or Hera's crew, they're basically on the Phantom or whatever. They're trying to reach this refinery of some sort in an asteroid field, and they're really low on power. Like, they're literally like exhausting the heating system in the ship in order to use it for fuel in order to get to the refinery itself. And on their way there, they pretty much run into squid whales which are called Purgill, apparently, and they literally travel through the vacuum of space and just go around places.
And at the end of the episode, we find out that they can travel in hyperspace.
And apparently the Twi'leks got inspiration, which is Hera's race. They pretty much got inspiration from these Purgill in order to travel through the stars and whatnot. And you thought that was like bullshit and whatnot. Like maybe they were just like hokey religion or something like that. But no, it is true. You see their fucking tentacles light up as if they were like made out of like machines or something. And this is at the very end of the episode where you see them go through hyperspace. The most part of this episode is just literally trying to get fuel from this refinery and give it to the rest of Phoenix Squadron. If they stole this fuel from this refinery, it would help them throughout like one it would help them throughout like 1 year or something, like, worth of fuel.
But instead, our friends the Purgill get that fuel, man.
Oh yeah. And if you're like wondering how can a creature survive the vacuum of space and like travel and whatnot, apparently the Purgill are literally almost just like normal whales in our ocean. Like, they can't breathe underwater forever. They have to go up and get some air. Same thing with the Purgill. They go to like this like refinery, like this place where the refinery's at, which they use, which they tail the Purgill in order to get there for. And basically they use this gas, this like sort of like methane gas sort of thing, and they swallow it like they do with like whales with krill and shrimp and stuff like that. And they basically use that as oxygen, or a way as sustenance or a source of energy in order to travel throughout the rest of the galaxy.
I don't know, I like the Purgill and all, but I kind of felt like this episode was mostly filler, man.
I know, it pretty much was. I mean, the only thing it kind of
got into was Ezra.
Yeah, it was like you just get a little bit more into Ezra's like force the
beast taming
sensitivity. Yeah. Apparently, and this has become very apparent throughout all the previous episodes, especially in season 1, where you see Ezra controlling that creature, that like the queen monster of
when it shows his dark side.
Yeah, when he turns a little bit of dark side and stuff like that. And now you see him like able to hear the Purgill through empty space, and Kanan can't hear them and stuff like that. And he can even tame them, a horde of them, to help them get that's what they used to help to get the fuel source and stuff like that.
Ezra even talks to the Purgill and lets him, and it saves his life.
Yeah, like the Purgill pretty much save Ezra's life at one point, and Ezra, when he's with them, he briefly was able to go inside their mind and sort of see what they're using the gas for, and that's how you realize they need it for oxygen and stuff like that. And you see the way he does it, it's like very trippy. Like, he looks into the eye of these Purgill and stuff like that, and it makes it seem like he's going through light speed in and of itself. It's the weirdest thing on how they visually show how force sensitive people can, get into the mind of other creatures and stuff like that.
Which is pretty neat.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. But we were both laughing at this moment. We're like, is he tripping balls? Like, because he's like surrounded in this gas and whatnot. He could be, for all we know.
He's like looking into his eyes.
Yeah, I know. But honestly, there wasn't really. I can literally summarize this episode in literally 3 points. The crew is low on fuel. They get fuel. They leave. That's all that happens.
It seemed like such filler, and it seemed shorter for some reason. Yeah, because not much happened.
I know. I was actually gonna say something very similar, and I guess one part that was kind of cool was like they go to like this refinery is controlled by like mining guild, And instead of seeing, normal stormtroopers and whatnot,
Oh yeah, they have modified TIE fighters too.
Yeah, you see like these like weird, different aliens. Well, not really different. The ones the majority that you see are Rhodians, which are Greedo's race,
and he's the one that got shot down too.
Yeah, the one that Han shot first to kill.
Yeah.
And they're being led by this. They don't even say his name. I think it's like. Picture E.T., except with his eyes the way they are. Picture them like binoculars, like straight up like giant binoculars that stretch out towards the front.
Yeah, while you were watching, you said you hated that design.
Oh, that was the worst alien design I've ever seen in Star Wars thus far. It honestly looked like a child could have made this.
What if it did?
It just didn't look necessary. Like, usually in the Star Wars EU, they usually go really deep into the physiology, like for the Twi'leks, like, those like head things that they have. That helps them. Nice. That helps them have like a sonar ability in a like 100-foot radius in sort of way. They always have like a good environmental awareness.
That's sick.
But if you touch those things or pull on them, it's like a weakness. Like it's like almost like pulling on genitals and stuff like that. Yeah, I know it hurts. So I just don't see anything really like it just seemed like there was a creature they just had to make in order just to make a different new alien that doesn't really fit as to like how I would see this creature being used in real life.
And a big concern I have with this episode is the new canon, because like this Purrgil, I feel like that's like a weird thing to add in Star Wars.
Yeah, and they pretty much
now it's officially canon.
Yeah, and apparently like the Purrgil, Hera has a huge like hate for them because apparently they're like the deer of the Star Wars universe. Like since we didn't like she made it seem like when you travel through hyperspace or hyperspeed. You have the chance of colliding with one on in empty space or whatever, and it caused like a lot of her friends to die and whatnot. Yeah, and that wasn't.
Purrgil.
Yeah, I know, and then it wasn't until later that these guys can naturally go through hyperspeed, and like we're kind of the assholes. Like we're the ones that shouldn't even be in space, like these sentient like beings that survive on oxygen and stuff. And these guys go through empty space all the time. If anything, we're the assholes.
Yeah, and they're going on some journey, Ezra said. I wonder
where
to.
Yeah, they're very nomadic. They go to like methane or gas. Methane. I'm gonna call it methane because I don't know what it is. I just think of gas, and that's the first thing that comes. They go through each like methane spot or pockets of space in order to get like oxygen, then travel to the next area and travel. They're like nomads sort of way. That's for the most part all we learned from this episode. It wasn't like as interesting, I guess you can say, as learning Zeb's backstory.
And
like
even then, we felt like that was kind of.
Oh yeah. I still thought that was even kind of fun, but this is actually way more. Even though I enjoyed it a lot more than the last episode, just because I liked.
I have the same feelings as last week, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't blame you. They probably still won't change my grade for it, but it was just cool to see anytime you see a sort of mysticism with the Force and whatnot, especially with Ezra with animals. He seems to have a thing with animals. I don't know why, I don't know how, but he's more adept to it than Kanan is, and that's really cool. That's a really awesome Jedi trait that even Obi-Wan was really good with. He was able to tame a Rancor at one point.
Hell yeah.
And
maybe Ezra will tame a Rancor or something.
Yeah, you never know. And there was one thing that was kind of cool. Instead of like landing on the refinery, they kind of like jumped from the ship.
Oh yeah.
And downward onto the refinery.
It reminded me of Force Unleashed 2.
Yeah, it was. And even though they're in like pockets of space, like this asteroid has like a gravity source, but it's super weak. So like when they fall down, they're falling really slow, but they're still going real fast. Sabine uses Chopper's jetpacks in order to soften her landing, and then Kanan uses the Force, like a Force push, on the ground to soften his landing, and Ezra for some reason couldn't use Force push. He just doesn't know that to the extent, which is weird because that's usually a thing all Jedi. Yeah, it's a common thing, and he can't even use it just a little bit. So I found that very weird. And basically, he falls like flat, like down into the crevice, and Kanan has to like Force grip him in order to get him back onto the platform. It was just really that stuff like that, like the small things, like I kind of enjoyed. But to me, overall, if I had to grade this thing based on our grading scale, I would pretty much have to give it a mids again, just like last episode.
Same here, mids. It was mostly filler, like we were saying, and I'm kind of worried with the new stuff they introduced, but it could be cool, like just think it's weird that they're introducing like creatures that could survive in space.
You know what? I mean, it's better. I'd rather see those creatures than the one I saw that was controlling the refinery. That alien.
No, I like the design of the whale squids.
Yeah, at first they threw me off. I was like, they're too much whale. Like, and then I saw the squid thing and how they're propelling themselves through space. I'm like, okay, and that makes a little sense.
And I still think it's weird how like a living being can travel hyperspace.
I know, right? Let alone through the vacuum of space. Like, oh my god. Like, I don't know how you evolve that way.
So I feel like there's some shaky stuff that could be introduced in canon, but it could also lead to be cool, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
Or it could be never referenced again. Who knows?
Yeah, like unless they could probably reference it. They probably will reference it like in a similar way, like how we do whaling, and like maybe they'll have
or just reference the Purgill or something.
Yeah. Like maybe Purgill, you know, they have like a resource inside of them, like whale oil that we used to like extract from them and make it more real life.
I think it'd be cool, like Rogue One or something. If you were flying, you just saw Purgill in the background.
Like in order like to get away from the Empire, they're like, we brought in reinforcements. The Purgill are on the rise. And then they just come and destroy like a lot of like Star Destroyers or TIE Fighters, because apparently they do destroy a lot of ships.
And I guess I do like the Purgill a little more than those new creatures from Episode 7.
Which ones?
The one Han captured. All those creatures that Han captured.
Oh no! Oh, you mean the Raftars or Raftars or whatever they're called? Yeah, the little balls of tentacle, giant face. Yeah, that I thought that was a lame design too when it comes to
so at
aliens.
least the Purgill are a little cooler than that.
Yeah, but they're definitely one of the weirder spots of the new canon.
And me too. I wonder if like you could capture a Purgill and ride it through hyperspace.
Oh yeah, I know. All you just need is pretty much a helmet that has a sort of good amount of supply of oxygen. And I can't see why not.
Hyperspace.
I mean, Ezra was riding one while having a lightsaber wielding.
What if like there was like a Sansa creature in Star Wars? And, like he had Purgill.
Oh my god! And he has like one abomination Purgill in the front, like Rudolph. That's like it's like kill me.
It has no tentacles.
Yeah. Rudolph
just likes personality. No tentacles.
They have to carry the extra weight with this handicapped Purgill.
But it like glows in the dark or something.
Oh god! You will light the way through the dark space void, Purgill.
Indeed. But yeah, I'm just hoping that next week we get into that, the stuff we've been seeing from that trailer.
And yeah, I was gonna say, we did see a preview at the end of the episode that showed a little bit of scenes from what we already seen.
And Agent Callus.
Yeah, and a little bit more scenes with Agent Callus, that he seems to get captured at one point by Zeb. So
which could lead to your theory that Zeb dies first.
Yeah, true. I mean, and to go along with the last episode, that old woman, of the Leerats or whatever, Zeb's people, she did say that Zeb is supposed to help the child and the warrior, but somehow kill the warrior. And the warrior is Agent Callus, so I didn't think he would pop up again, but now that it seems like he's going to be in the next episode or a few episodes.
Does he have to kill the fool as well or something?
I don't know. I can't honestly remember. It was so dumb and cryptic, it almost seemed like it wasn't even going to be like mentioned at all. Oh, I don't know how he can... I hope he doesn't kill Hanzo or whatever. Yeah. He's one of my faves.
But it's like you have to save them, then kill them. I think
he didn't say kill the fool. I think probably save it or learn from the fool or some aspect, but...
I don't remember, but it was weird.
So, but yeah, that's why the only reason I give it a miss is probably it's only recommended for like very hardcore Star Wars fans like us, which we thought it was okay. We were pretty much indifferent.
I wasn't appalled by it.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, but like you said,
some episodes with Chopper.
Yeah, and like you said, like if we didn't see this episode, it wouldn't advance the plot at all in any way, shape, or form.
We could have easily missed it.
Yeah, and I was so hyped for this episode too. I was even like messaging Homer. I was like, download the Star Wars, please, because I was having like I needed my fix.
Yeah.
But I just want to get through the filler bullshit. I'm tired with it now.
I'm fingers crossed this is the last one.
Hopefully. Only time will tell.
It's episode 13. We actually have 9 episodes left, so...
Yeah, they got really start hurrying in the next few episodes, my god. Because they definitely need a lot more exposition and time on building
the Grey Jedi and all that.
Yeah, the Grey Jedi and the Sith and Darth Maul, who's now old.
They can't gloss over all this.
Yeah, that's I was gonna say there's a lot of exposition you really could skip, like in episode 1 and 2, maybe the politics and stuff like that, but this, you don't. When it comes to Sith and Jedi history, nope.
Especially with holocrons and Darth Vader.
I know,
There's
right?
so much they're avoiding right now.
Not just any holocron, just a really awesome, badass looking one from the trailer. That will do it for this week, guys. If you can, comment, rate, and subscribe. And if you want to offer any suggestions for the show, please forward it to us, and we will respond as soon as we can.
Yeah, we're
we
very
definitely want to
active
get
with
feedback.
our fans.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as we're definitely cooperative with our fans. We definitely want to improve if we can. So,
True.
So don't hold back.
I'll do it. Thanks. Stay lifted, my friends.
And see you guys. And always remember, may the Force be with you.
Always.